because there's so many people, even in Boogie's community, that worship him.
Right.
So when it doesn't work out, they feel like they've also lost.
Right.
I've definitely noticed by reading comments, there's a lot of people in Boogie's comments, YouTube or Twitter, who are overweight people who are using him as a source of inspiration for weight loss. So you could be correct in that. Yeah,
I think
he definitely inspires me to work out. I mean, shit. It's the one thing, like, Fred, I love you, and all of you guys who do this work, all the tedious work of documenting these people and making it entertaining for us, like taking a 7,000 page thread and making it, putting it in an entertaining to watch video. But like, you guys missed out on the chance of what channels like TLC do, who have, I don't know, like, they have a bigger budget and less ethics, I guess, because they will swoop up these people like the Slayton sisters, who are these, one of them is literally 750 pounds, and they will just give them a show and milk them for the money that it generates. It just got renewed for a 3rd season. Like,
I'd like to think I'm above that.
Yeah. I would think you are as well, Fred.
I do not mean to, parade myself around as a, like, bastion of human decency, but I can at least be better than that.
Yeah, it's deplorable. A lot of TLC shows are just exploitative. It's literally taking people that are unwell and turning it into like a comedy show about them. It's terrible.
I have very strong opinions.
The only way the TLC gets away with that is that the people they document, they are so unlikable. They are such shitty people.
The thing.
Usually.
It's not even always that case, because the way they edit and present the TV show, they might be normal people who have bad days.
No. Like, half the people that they fucking document. I mean, for example, the Slayton sisters. Again, TLC found that show from the Kiwi Farms. They've had a thread for like 4 years. They've been on YouTube for like a decade. They are actually really shitty people. They're really shitty fucking people, those two. That's why people don't feel bad for them when, like, but TLC is very unethical, and like, I keep harping on this, but I just can't get over it. Like, Tammy Slayton gained 50 pounds in a month. She's immobile, you guys. She cannot do her own shopping. That means somebody else had to shop all the fucking Twinkies and shit and the pizzas, and they had to bring them to her feet and feed her. And I don't know who's doing that legwork, because she's not. It has to, like, I wonder if TLC is doing this behind the scenes.
I think that there is a trap here that always seems to permeate shows like this. The trap is, this is a horrible person, therefore they deserve the negative filmmaking. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that the editing is purposefully deceptive. They are filming and ostensibly a reality show, but they are creating a fiction around that reality. So even if the person is terrible, the reality that is being constructed through the show is still not accurate to who they are. Because maybe the creator of the show sold the show to a producer to be a certain way, and now they are constrained to craft a show that reflects this. That, like, even beyond considering whether the person is terrible or not, that is reprehensible to me.
It could even exacerbate all of the problems of it. If they come up and say, hey, we've got this show, it's about these 2 overweight sisters that are bad people, then as the show goes on, the fucking producer's going to be like, bring them more pizza. This shot, it doesn't have them eating enough. That's what the people like. Oh, you should scream more. That's what the show wants. Right. It's going to make it worse.
There used to be a lawsuit here in Germany where I live. We have our own, German version of these trashy channels, and one family actually sued one of those TV channels. They said, it was a German spin-off of those I don't know what you Americans call it, wife swap, I think, where the wife goes to another family. And they were like, dude, the film crew fucking lied to us. They said that the film crew would literally shit up the house. They would dump trash everywhere on like their cigarette ashes, and then they would film it as if we had done that. And they sued the fucking TV station.
Yeah.
And
reality shows are not real.
From some of the people who've been on 600 Pound Life, they've disclosed somebody broke their NDA agreement at some point to say that TLC, for example, will pay them an extra $500 if they agree to do a naked shower scene.
Yeah, reality
Who
shows
among
are
us is not laughed at?
Reality shows are completely and utterly faked. I'll give you another great example that blows my mind. You know those house shows where they go house hunting, where they're like Jay and Dana are looking for a home. They have option A, the colonial, option B, the continental, or option C, the two-story, blah, blah, blah. Fun fact, 95% of the people on those shows have already bought the house. The other two are just there to make a TV show. They've already made their purchase and decision.
Right.
It's all fake. It's all completely crafted for a story.
It's not just fake though. Like it's like 50% faked and 50% they actually found a sad motherfucker. Like 90 Day Fiancé. Those people are real, and they are genuine medical morons. They are measurably, objectively stupid people who are getting scammed by like cam whores in Lebanon, to whom they sent their fucking liquidated 401k, and the camera crew just sticks a camera in that guy's face. Like, oh, so you sent this cam whore $800 every week, huh? Fascinating. Why don't you talk about it? It's like this.
Right. It's an evolution of the circus sideshow, except it's even more profitable because it's even more popular and they don't have to pay the person a wage.
Yeah. Rather than talking to a fucking film crew, they should be talking to a therapist.
And the person, like, you can, this is all legal. They are consenting to be filmed to do this, but they're clearly unaware of how stupid they are. They're clearly like,
how it makes them look.
You're right. They're like, I don't want to, like, I don't know the legalities of this, but you could almost argue that they're just too stupid to even give consent. Like, dude, they are only filming you because you're so fucking dumb.
Right. And the core, I think the core of what you're getting at is it's predatory.
Yes.
Manipulates really vulnerable people.
And I guess like when I talk about people like Darkside Film, Wings of Redemption, I'm not there because I'm trying to make them into circus sideshows, and I hope that that's not the impression that anyone.
No, that's never been the impression that I've received from your work.
I'm really glad, because I'm again interested in the concept of person as phenomenon. I'm not looking to make a mockery of them. I'm trying to understand their existence and their relationship with the internet.
Understand their existence. I mean, that distills it. That is a good description.
What is interesting to me is the internet. I'm not trying to exploit them. And I know that it's hard to argue that when I am, making videos with their names as the title, but I hope that anyone who watches what I make can recognize what I'm trying to do with it. And I hope it comes across.
I don't think anyone gets confused on the internet.
No, there's a big difference between
definitely.
There's a big difference between exploiting it and using it for gain and being a documentarian of it.
You definitely have a pretty unbiased or unmotivated way of doing it, where it doesn't seem like you're coming at it from an aggressive angle.
Like if you made your fucking Wings video and you were like, look at this fat fuck and look at this new pathetic thing he's doing, then it'd be something.
Basically, if you did it anyway how Kaya would be. Yes.
I don't do anything, okay? Don't throw me under the bus, motherfucker. I don't do anything. I just read.
No.
I'm innocent.
Yeah, I'm saying if you were to make the video, though,
that's why
it would probably be an aggressive way of doing it.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of people. I just don't know how to put this, but I'll just say this: like, every person that I've ever read a thread on Kiwi Farms deserved to have a thread. None of them were innocents. Like, all of the people I've ever read about on that site were terrible, shitty fucking people, and not because people make them look that way by deceptively commenting or editing, like by their own words. All Kiwi Farms does, by the way, like, it gets maligned as a site a lot, but all they do is archive shit. It's these people's own Twitter accounts own whatever, in Boogie's case, like his own websites that they archive, and that's it. They just save what people say, and they're all a bunch of fucking douchebags.
Okay,
which is why
you're being slightly disingenuous there. That's not all they do. I've seen plenty of comments on Kiwi Farms where they do manipulate things or
what do you mean manipulate?
Out of context.
Kaya, you're saying all they do is present the information. I'm on Kiwi Farms right now, and their headline for DSP is a notoriously awful Let's Player who built an empire of failure on a permanently sinking ship. That's not unbiased at all.
That is a crazy
That's
title,
editorializing, but that is accurate. That is accurate. They are honest. What I mean is they don't do the fucking journalist thing where they take like, I don't know, where they don't, there's nothing to lie about because they don't have to. They literally just archive the fucking tweet on a third party, unaffiliated, like archive.is. They just archive the tweet and then they make fun of it. That's all. That's why I don't feel bad for these people, because it's all of their own words. They describe themselves. It's never anyone pinning shit on them that they didn't themselves admit publicly. Like in the case of that Reddit pedophile who has decades-long history of, this is all public information. These are all public documents that Kiwi Farm just fucking compiles in an archive. That's it. They don't make shit up.
Okay, counterpoint. I definitely saw in the Adam Kovic thread, the man from Funhouse whose dick pics and asshole pictures got leaked
to Jackson's hard drive.
I definitely saw comments just because he was outed in the same leak that outed another, like a different person as being a pedophile, or what do you call him? A groomer.
Which one was?
Ryan,
talking about
that was Ryan
Kovic?
Haywood. No,
Jesus, what?
I'm talking about Kovic and Haywood. Haywood is the groomer, the groomer.
We talked about this like 2 weeks ago, Kaya. Remember we were talking about how Adam?
Yeah, but there's like three names. I know. Fuck. Okay, I know Dan Avidan and I know Adam Kovic. I don't know who Haywood is.
Just forget about Avidan. That's not relevant at the moment. Haywood and Kovic were both from Rooster Teeth, and they both had pictures leak at the same time. Haywood on one hand was grooming underage individuals, allegedly. Well, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much confirmed at this point that he was. And then Kovic on the other hand was just, what do you call it? Like, he was just having salacious interactions with an of-age person. He just got catfished, essentially. But because his nudes were leaked in the same kind of situation as Haywood, nearly everyone I saw on Kiwi Farms, at least at the beginning, was labeling him as a child sex offender as well. And not just Kiwi Farms, of course, the internet as a whole did, even though there was no evidence to suggest that that was the case. Not even in the original leak did they make that claim.
And this touches on something that I find really interesting, is something that I personally have had to come to terms with, is the internet flattens things. It flattens everything. When someone looks at a post or a photograph from a decade ago, it is just, in the mind of the person looking at it, it is just as current as a post that is made yesterday or an hour ago. Yep. It all is experienced in the exact same way. And so it all becomes a flat picture of a person. So there is no change, there is no growth. Even if a person looks different in a picture, it's still them, and it is still being experienced as a flat part of their life. And oftentimes that flattening, because things also can be taken from their contexts, or they can be taken out of their time, that it removes some of the complexity and gets flattened out even further. So when you take information like this, right, it's like, oh, two scandals happened at the same time, those two get flattened together, and it becomes difficult to extricate one from the other.
Yeah, the timing matters a lot with these. It's almost like coordinated, where
it almost seems that
you
way.
catch a genuine to God groomer, as Jackson said, in one, like, I don't know, YouTube channel gang, and then another one who's not grooming people, and then you lump them together. That does happen a lot on the fucking internet, and just people are like, oh,